Comedy at the Carlson. Ticket and show times at carlsoncomedy.com.
The Red Wings are home this week for the final homestand. Tuesday, get 2 tickets for the price of 1. Wednesday has a t-shirt giveaway. Thursday, all tickets are just $5, and there's a replica jersey giveaway. For tickets, visit redwingsbaseball.com.
Iron Smoke Distillery, the internationally acclaimed New York State farm distillery at ironsmokedistillery.com.
It's just like the old radio show, with the added ability to swear. A lot. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport. And driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Welcome. Thanks for getting your pot on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. It's really close to not doing a show tonight, Danny.
Yeah, you're not looking great. You're looking like you're a little sweaty or feverish, tired.
I don't know what happened today because I got up regular time and I was working and doing my stuff, and then I'm like, man, I was so cold I couldn't get warm, so I actually whipped out a space heater.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
that's
then
hard.
I like turn on, but I don't have a fever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm talking to a friend of mine, and they said, COVID's really going around, and you were out last night, and blah blah blah. And I go, I don't want to hear this. And they said, well, it's not about, you just don't want to spread it, right? It would be polite not to spread it to people if you could do that. And so I went and I bought a test. And the fucked up part is, I go to Walgreens and they sell the test from behind the counter now.
Oh, so now you have to also admit, hey, I might have COVID.
Yeah,
Can I get a test?
And I'm not. So now I go.
Are there supposed to be like HIPAA laws to protect you from
I have
that?
no idea. See, this is driving me fucking insane.
I mean, it's not like you're getting that high test migraine medication that's over the counter, but under the counter.
I was like getting myself all pissed off because I go, okay, hang on a second now. So normally they're on end caps, right?
Yeah.
So I walk in and I'm going down the middle aisle of the Walgreens I go to, and I see the masks, and I go, all right, the COVID test can't be far. They got to be on the next end cap. It only makes sense, right?
Yeah, right.
And that's where they were when I bought COVID tests back in the peak of things. So I see a Walgreens employee, and I don't want to ask, where's the COVID test? Because I'm thinking your natural reaction will be to recoil, like I have it. And I want to make it look like I almost in my head, I'm going, do I say I'm buying it for a neighbor?
Yeah.
What do I do
I
here?
got to buy this for my mom.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
In Poughkeepsie.
Because I'm not wearing a mask.
Right.
So I thought, because I still think, and I know we've had there's this big debate about COVID and were we duped and did we fuck up the world? And I don't know. I think I like to think that we went with the best information possible at the time. So, but at the same time, I still think, I don't know if it was a great marketing plan where everybody's a little bit gun shy to say, hey, I don't want to get COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right. So I don't want to say this. So I stand back at the beginning of the aisle. She's at the other end of the aisle. And I said, excuse me, where would I find COVID tests? She said, up front by the register. I said, right up front where I can grab it? She goes, no. You got to ask for it. So I'm like, come on, man.
Right.
So now I'm going to ask for a COVID test. And there's a lady, an older woman, and she's got her purse and she's putting her change back. And I'm standing really far away, again, because I'm going to ask for a COVID test. And the kid behind the counter is making eye contact with me like, hey, sir, what can I,
Hi, sir.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Can I help you?
So then I get up there and I said, I want to get a COVID test. And he said, all right, which brand? And I go, I don't know. And he goes, all right, well, there's 2 brands here. I go, could you tell me the difference between the brands? He goes, no. I said, then I don't care whatever one your hand is. I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking thing you can say to me. Which brand COVID test do I want? Unless you got the answer.
Give the Nike
do you know what
COVID
I'm saying?
test.
Like,
I don't want the Reebok.
Unless you got the answer. It's not like I'm asking for Marlboro cigarettes because I got to have the
non-filters.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I need some Marlboro Reds.
I don't fucking know. I don't use them all the time.
I only smoke Reds.
Oh, it was driving me. I mean, and I could. So I'm not feeling great. I'm irritable. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Do I not? So I go home.
Do you have the oral test?
I do the test. And I mean, I got that thing up. I'm touching brain. I'm not supposed to touch brain, but I have a deviated septum, so I got to go around from when I got punched in the face.
It's like a cul-de-sac up there.
It's bad. I mean, I have like an entire. It like actually
arches out,
curves like this around. Like you got to really go up. Like there are times I'll roll tissue up to try to pull shit out if it gets stuck. Like
you need like a hook.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Like Captain Hook picking his nose.
Yes.
Hey, I gotta get up there.
Yes, this is true.
I got a blockage.
Fucking unbelievable. So I got to go around. I'm sneezing because the thing, my eyes are watering. I can't see. I think I fuck up the first.
Use
test.
a neti pot. You need a second pot.
Yeah. How'd you know?
I just did the math.
So I do the first test, and I'm like, I don't know if I screwed this up. I can see like all of a sudden the blue lines washing away because the liquid's going. I go, I don't know if I fucked this up. So I take the second test out. I do it. Now the adhesive strip rips completely off, so now it won't stay closed. So I got a bottle of tequila holding it closed. This is how my life's going today. I have like
Stay shut.
You know that breakfast bar in my place. I have the booze on the end of it. I just grabbed the bottle of tequila and I put it.
And then you're
on
like, you know what? It's been a hell of a day. You know,
but it hasn't been a hell.
Since I have the tequila out.
Here's the fucked up part.
Then you're like, do I drink the tequila?
It wasn't a bad day. I got up. I was doing stuff. I had a bunch of like, just work-related things that I just do that are behind the scenes that have nothing to do with anything.
A lot going on here at Billified.
Well, there's just a lot of behind-the-scenes shit. So I'm doing that. I'm emailing stuff to clients. I'm going back and forth. I'm doing all this social. I have something I'm scheduling through the rest of the day. I've got this. I do an hour of work with my son on homework for school because it's a different type of school where he is, and there's all this shit. So, so now I was fine. And then when I didn't feel well, I was laying on. I was like, I'm going to lay on the couch. I should probably. So I ate and I laid down, and I got a phone call, and I start talking to this person. They said, you may want to go get a COVID test. I would get a COVID test. So I do that. Come back. That's where we're at. Tequila bottle. 15 minutes. No red line on either test. No, not even a faint pink line. It's like, okay, I'm good. I call you, and I don't know what it is, man. I mean, you were telling me the other day you had a stomach issue.
Yeah. During the show.
Yeah, I know.
I get here, I'm like, man, what's going on?
So I had a stomach issue, but then I thought, well, I've been eating this lentil salad that I made lentil bean salad, which
You've
I've
been
never
hanging
done.
out with those games podcast people for too long.
No, I haven't. I watched the documentary called Game Changer about a UFC athlete and other athletes who went to plant-based diets and just felt better and more energy.
Yeah, like TB12 almost. Yeah,
I guess I don't know much about TB12. I know nothing about TB12 to be quite honest with you.
it's mostly plant-based protein
but
stuff.
So I was go. You know what? I want to feel better, and I'd like to do this, and so I just thought quietly, without going, hey, everybody, I'm going to be one of these douches who's plant-based, because that's not it. I fucking love a burger.
Right.
I want a piece of chicken. Would I eat less? Yes. Will I put a little spinach in an egg wrap in the morning? Yep. Tomatoes? Sure. But I wouldn't mind. And I saw this, and I thought, why not? What the fuck?
Right.
Try it.
Yeah.
If it makes you better, who cares?
Right.
So that's what I was thinking. But the lentil, so I made like a lentil salad, and I was supposed to go 5 days. I think I eat so much, it only went 3. But I mean, this morning it was like, fuck.
California mudslides.
Yeah. It was California mudslides. That was exactly right. Like, I thought I was done. I wasn't done. But not even that. I thought, no big deal. And then by this point, I don't know what it is. And then I go, maybe it was like a residual from the Bills stuff. I don't know if I got like a lot of stress going on. I have no idea.
I think a lot of people are tired right now because
the
after
season changes.
Well, yeah, that people are back to school. Routines have changed. We had this guy named JT. We right now, patterns are changing.
But he's right.
Patterns are changing.
He's right.
But he's right. I'm exhausted, and I haven't really done a hell of a lot. I'm just feeling exhausted. I've been working out more.
Tell you what, though, I had a good time at BTB yesterday.
We did. You left at the right time, Billy.
Yeah,
you left at the right
buddy,
time.
I was listening even in the car, and I had to turn it. The next thing I know, I go, I need something easy. So I went over on Sirius to like one of their easy listening, like Blend or something like that.
Watercolors.
And I go, fuck it, I'm coming back. And I'm like, back to Blend. I couldn't believe what was happening. BTB Woodfire Pizza and Grill in the mall at Grease Ridge where we were hanging out. And I got to to tell you.
Did a great job.
They did a great job. It's a lot of fun. If you're a Bills fan, get out there. If you're any fan of any sports team, the food is great. There's not a bad seat in the house.
No, there isn't.
They're welcoming to everybody. Yeah, you live in Western New York. It's going to be primarily Bills fans. Let's not be assholes about it. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Real quick, though.
Yeah.
Before you say, so after the game ends, of course, the place is like.
You stayed all the way?
I stayed the whole time.
You did?
Oh, dude, I wasn't going to take a chance to miss any of the action at BTB's.
How about when he plunks it off and banks in?
Everybody's like, I thought it deflected back because you can't tell.
Yeah.
And the people up front are like, oh, it's good. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Now what? But I'm still like walking around like everybody's celebrating. I'm like, there's nothing to celebrate until we win this game. But after it ended, right, there's this guy waiting for a to-go order. Big black dude, right? Just funny guy. And he's got this big, like, suburban type truck with like these matted rims and stuff, right? And he and I are like parked right next to each other. My wife and I are walking. He's walking out. And he goes, I'm an Eagles fan. I'm getting the fuck out of here right now.
Well, maybe you want to drown your sorrows in a flaming hot Cheeto chicken Sammy. We talked to Stephanie, who makes all that stuff over there last night.
Excellent.
It's phenomenal. Fried chicken coated in flaming hot Cheetos, lettuce, tomato, onion, served with fries. That's a special this month. I had the jalapeno burger. Highly recommend it. So good. And, of course, on Sundays, you can go in there and get some brunch from 10 to noon before the kickoff for the NFL. And they've got breakfast pizza, buy one, get one, mimosas and Bloody Marys. And, of course, they have that deal that goes on all the time.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah. It's a large, thin crust, wood-fired, I should say.
Yeah.
Wood-fired pizza with one topping for $10 Tuesdays and Fridays.
It's a great pizza.
It's unbelievable.
My wife and I have had 3 so far.
You will find them in the mall at Grease Ridge. I was very disappointed in what happened last night, but at the same time, I go, this is kind of awesome in a way. And this is terrible. I don't like seeing guys like Aaron Rodgers. I was hoping that it was tape up the ankle and maybe you don't play the rest of this game, but you come back.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I look like a hero.
Well, now you got Aaron Rodgers out of the way. He's gone for the season. It was the Achilles, and you saw his calf. They talked about the calf will vibrate, and it usually starts with the calf strain for guys, which he had, and then the Achilles.
Then it wiggles down.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're like Isaiah Thomas with your Achilles sliding up and down your calf.
Oh, it just
you can't play like that.
It looked terrible.
Yeah.
So he's gone for the season. And, look, that defense gave them fits last year. They're a little bit better this year because everybody's got more experience and stuff. Both front and back end of that Jets defense is tough.
Yeah.
And Greg Connor said before the game, and I put it on a piece that I put out today to promote the podcast. It was basically like, I think the Jets will win because the defense will make Josh have to do things, and he's going to have to rise to the occasion, and I think the Jets win. And it's the first game of the season, so maybe we get this bullshit out of the way. He looked like someone shot his puppy, Josh Allen. And when he said things like, it's all on me, it was all on him. 4 turnovers, it was all him.
He took his medicine like a man, and I got to be honest with you. I have never, as a Bills fan, watched an entire country, Bills fans included, all blame one guy in lockstep.
Yeah.
And like Dan Orlovsky, Kyle, what's his name? All these, I stayed away from the local media because they were all like full of crap before the game. I'm not going to listen to them after.
Why do you do this?
Oh, dude.
Why do you do this?
Dude,
why do you do this?
Was I wrong?
No,
was I wrong?
Why do you
was
do
I wrong,
this?
Billy?
Why do you do
Was
this?
I wrong?
You get angry about stuff.
I don't get angry. I get
yes,
accurate.
you do. No, you get
I
angry.
get accurate.
You have an axe to grind. You do. I'm going to bring something up
Go ahead.
in a little bit. Okay. In a little bit, I'm going to bring something up.
I know what you're going to bring up.
I'm going to bring something up because I
You
go,
saw
come
something
on.
today, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I did not.
Okay.
I didn't look at anything. I got to be honest with you. I watched 10 minutes of ESPN in the morning to see they did this whole thing on, hey, man, everybody shits all over Dak Prescott in the preseason. Why aren't we calling out Josh Allen? He has more interceptions. He's turned the ball over.
He's led the NFL in turnovers since the end of the league.
But this is the good and the bad of Josh Allen. This is what you get with this kind of a maverick. I get it. He should learn. He should know. But if he connected on one of those passes and they win that game, he's a hero. And I think that everybody who is of that personality has at some point in their lives gone too far trying to fix a situation, no matter what it was. Take it away from a sport.
Okay, yeah.
Put it into life. We've all been there. And we've all gone, I'll never do this again. And we find ourselves in a similar situation
because
and we do
it's
it again.
Comfortable.
Because we think that we can fix it.
I
We
got
think
this.
that it's all us. And as they said, sometimes he's got to know when to take off the cape. Here's what I think happened, Danny, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong in this, because I am not into sports the way you are. You go so deep, you say shit that I go, it's fucking
Sorry.
It's acoustic music in my head. It's classical. I don't get it. I think that he was getting frustrated last night with that defense, and he was getting impatient, and he wanted to make something happen.
Yeah.
He's Josh Allen. It's a big game. It's a big stage.
Right.
A lot of pressure, a lot of talk leading up to this one. He's got the big contract. He's the franchise guy. The Bills have not been this good in a long time, or not been expected to be this good. They were very good last year. They were very good the season before that. So I think in his mind, he was getting impatient, and he was like, well, I'm going to make this happen.
Right.
And that's the bad way to be. Take what they're giving you, make right. That's
and
the simple way to look at it.
That's what, when Bill Belichick decided to pivot to Tom Brady from Drew Bledsoe, the knock on Bledsoe was that he had incredible arm strength. He was he couldn't run, but he had incredible arm strength. And guys like Parcells, and then after that, Pete Carroll, would rely on that arm strength, and it was high risk, high reward, and it became more risk than reward. And here comes Brady, and Brady was going to do everything Belichick told him, which was just take whatever they give you.
Yeah.
And be patient. And it would frustrate the hell out of Brady. But at the end of the day, Brady listened to him. And last night, and I'll credit the guys from Hashtag Sports and Cover One, both said this. They go, guys were open. Don't blame the offensive coordinator. We went back and watched the film. Guys were open. Josh was like, no, damn it, I'm throwing the ball up.
Yeah.
And it was on Allen. And that's when it comes back to my original point. Everybody, Bills fans, national media, everybody was like, it's on one dude. And
you know who else said it?
Greg Connors.
I don't know. Well, local media. I was just going to say.
I'm sure they did.
I
Oh,
was
they did.
on your shit.
No, but they did, though. But I didn't pay too much attention to them because I said, like, during the preseason, I go, we got a problem. And the local media was tweeting out the fact that the Bills weren't practicing very well over at Fisher.
Yeah, they were.
They were. And then the Pittsburgh
we saw that
preseason
Pittsburgh
game.
game.
And I'm like, how do you just erase that? You can't. And they all did, because I think that in the era of social media, they don't want to hear it from the fans. And I get that. But at the end of the day, you gotta be true to the. You have to have a loyalty to the truth here. And the loyalty was they're going to go. I thought they were going to get beat by the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. They got beat by Zach Wilson. Actually, they got beat by Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And it was Josh Allen's 4 turnovers.
Josh Allen connected with more Jets players
than Aaron Rodgers did for the entire season. And by the way, by the way, though, Dan Orlovsky, who a lot of people love, and I think he should be in the booth. He'll be in the booth next Monday night for one of the 2 games. He goes, look, we're paying. If you're the Buffalo Bills, you're paying this guy $250 million to F up. In not so many words.
I know.
He goes, it's time for you to grow up.
Yeah, but maybe this is it. This is what I'm saying. Like, look, they lost the opener.
We said that against Cincinnati. We said that against Miami.
Right, but they lost the opener
against Pittsburgh in 2021.
Yeah, and so
they never really came out of that. They
Right.
won some easy games, and when it came, they lost to Jacksonville.
But they won some big ones when it mattered. And look, you go all the way
he'll
back.
play up to his competition.
Look, the Bills a couple back, I think when Bledsoe was there, the opening game they beat the Patriots at home with Brady. They're on the cover of Sports Illustrated. They win their first
Sam
3.
Adams.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
If somebody had told
Sam
you
Adams.
that one of those 2
Yes.
teams is going to go and win the Super Bowl,
Yes.
you would have thought it was us.
Yes.
It ended up being the team that got beat 31-0.
That was it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look,
I know.
it's early, and that's why I'm saying that maybe all of this
I'm
is a
hoping
blessing
your
in disguise.
lips to God's
maybe
podcast
you've actually
headphones.
made the Jets, in a way, somewhat beatable. I thought the defense looked pretty good last night. I know that they didn't stop the run at certain times. It was important, but still.
So now Aaron Rodgers is gone, and that's like an NFL butterfly effect. So now some other team's going to step in their way now and take that spot, and the whole AFC now kind of changes around that because Rodgers, he added instant credibility. He would have blown the Bills out last night, and if you think Allen would have gone toe-to-toe with him, he would have done more of what he did last night than he did against the Jets defense, more hero ball, and we can't have it. And hopefully, finally, this will sink in with him after everybody, including probably his mother, going, dude, you've got to grow the F up and just take what they
Has your
give you.
mom ever said that to you?
No, she never had to.
Oh, my God.
My mother, I'm not bragging about
Yes,
it.
you are.
My mother never.
My mother never had to.
My dad did.
Because you're fucking boring. That's why.
My dad, yeah.
Well, you're right. You know, I don't know that my mom ever did either.
I wasn't the Moranimal. I was like the exact opposite. My father goes, Danny, you were the exact opposite of me as a child. So you can only imagine what my father was like.
Yeah, he would have been somebody I'd like to hang out with.
Yeah, right. Like, That guy on stage wrote Tommy. That guy. I want to hang out with that guy,
that
not
guy.
you.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That's my father. Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you're feeling a little low and you want to get feeling better, get over to Leo's. They have the perfect after school or school lunch snacks for kids.
I would have camped out there last night if they were open.
You know what? It becomes one of these things where, like, when you're stressed out, I love eating cookies and things.
Oh, yeah.
But I eat a lot of them. And Leo's has some of the best. You can get 12 packs of Collies, all made from scratch, right in Leo's Bakery. And we went back there.
Phenomenal.
It is. It's phenomenal. Everything's made from
Top-notch
hand.
operation, very clean, professional, organized.
You can choose from chocolate chip, marble, sprinkle, or oatmeal raisin cookies. And while you're there, you can pick up meals to go from Leo's Deli. And remember, Leo's has fresh baked French bread for just $2 a loaf every day. What's the best thing about Leo's, Danny?
Everything, Billy.
That's right, on Dispatch Drive in East Rochester, and open every day. I did notice, like you were saying to me earlier when I'm going, I'm just not feeling well. Like, you're burning it at both ends, and there is a lot that goes on.
You got one of those
this.
Josh Allen personalities, Billy. You go to extremes.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
I never thought of it. You think?
Temperance. And now our word for this quarter is Josh Allen.
Well, right now, I mean, what am I going to do?
I know.
Right?
I get it.
And look,
You're doing well, though, man.
Yes.
You're doing well.
Yes.
People coming up to me going, man, Billy, he hit the lottery. I go, I don't know if he hit the lottery, but he's doing well.
Well, I got a call today from a guy. I'll give him a shout out. His name is Tom Rickey. Maybe you know Tom.
Great American.
Yeah. I thought his last name was Ricci, and I think I offended him once because I said,
Mr. Ricci?
Yeah. But Tom is a big personality, fun guy, has a beautiful family, and calls me up, and and we're not real close or anything. We've, touched base from Swan. He just called me out of the blue just to say, I'm loving what you're doing. And I'll tell you what, that means a lot. And it's very cool. And I love what we're doing here. I absolutely love it. But it is something that is an all-day affair for me. It's an all-day affair.
Oh, yeah.
And I think
You're like Elon.
What do you mean?
Elon doesn't stop working. Elon Musk.
Yeah, but here's
As
the other
opposed
thing.
to Elon Smith.
I like it. I like working. I enjoy that stuff. I enjoy what I do.
Enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, Billy.
I mean, so they say. There are certain aspects of it maybe I don't love.
Yeah,
all of it, but
Kevin.
Oh, that's terrible. So I think I probably, I'm getting a little burned out. This is my thing.
Yeah, that happens.
That was why I was like tonight, oh man. But on the other hand, there's other stressor things, like with my kids and stuff. I mean, and I'll bring this to you a little bit over something that I was going to bring up.
Okay.
But I will say that I've said this on the podcast many times. Life is never going to stop coming at you. And people are going to say things about you. And I think most of our suffering in life, as the Buddhists would say, is from our wanting of something else, but not being able to get it, or feeling as though we can't get it.
Missed expectations.
Right. So
or undelivered expectations.
Right. But so or that people are seeing us the wrong way and all that. So I have really worked very hard on myself to not let those things bother me. And it's been decades of that. I mean, from comments when I was on the radio, from people would say, you suck. I even had a friend of mine write me recently, go, man, I read a bunch of stuff about you online. I guess everybody feels about you the way I do. And I think my reaction was like, it's nice to know you're not alone. And I think that disappointed the person. I don't feel like getting down into the muck. I don't want to hear what people say. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
To be quite honest with you. Like, I literally do not. But then there are other things where there are people that I care deeply about, and those would be, in particular, my kids. I mean, I love my children immensely. But I did assign papers for my youngest son in particular to move out of state with his mom. And I thought at the time that was the best situation. As to why I did the things I did or decisions that I made, those were decisions. Some people say, oh, it was weak. You should try to work things out. I felt like things were at an impasse. I'm not going to get into any of that stuff.
You made the best decision you could with the information that was at hand.
I thought I did.
Yeah.
I thought I did.
That's all you could do. You have that inner guide.
But that was my thing. So, and I'm not, but there are people, and I got to be, I don't want anybody to think like this is not, people love to kibitz. right? So,
Oh, yeah.
Well, somebody will hear this and they'll run back to their mom and say, he was saying stuff about you. I'm not, but I know that there were people that were close to my children that did say very negative things to my children about me. And I know this because they told me.
you.
And in particular, one of them told me who just has the inability to lie.
Right.
This guy just can't. He
Straight
can't.
shooter.
Yeah, it's just him. So, and those are the types of things that can really bother you. And so my only answer back to that was, how do you feel? And the kid said to me, I don't want to discuss it and I don't agree. And I said, great. And that was it. And I never brought it up again. And but you can hold a grudge. You could be angry about that. And the only thing that I thought in the time was, the one thing you can always be in someone's life is consistent as possible. I hope that my youngest son doesn't think I said move away from New York because I don't care. That's not true at all. I thought in this situation that would be what was best. I think that, but being consistent. That's why, right now he's in a different style of school. His mom and I talked.
They got to think he's a genius down there.
I'll give him
New York kid in Alabama?
No.
Dude, he's on the track to be a valedictorian.
So
you may be able to skip ninth grade.
I said, you
got all your teeth?
Of course. So, we're trying to, do that sort of thing and put the time in. But I'm listening to you last night. And is it true what you have made reference to this a few times?
Okay.
Is it true that you have a list of people that have wronged you in your life? Do you seriously have a legitimate, is it in your head or is it written down?
In 2018, I wrote it down.
Danny, why?
It was 2018.
Why?
And I wasn't growing up.
I don't care.
Listen to me. I've said some things over the last few podcasts that I come back, I'm like, why the hell did I say that?
Well,
that's not me.
I don't care
that's
about that.
That's not what I think. No, I know that. I know.
I don't care.
I'm saying in general, for people listening, they're going to think I'm a crazy nut.
Well,
yeah, he's a Christian, okay.
No. But
he's a good person.
But like, you're human.
Yeah.
That I don't
But
give a
in
shit about
2018,
that.
I had a motivational list.
This is your motivation.
I had a motivation. In fact, if I look, I think I may still have it.
No.
I had a motivational list. And all the people, not that the people wronged me, but people told me either I couldn't do something or I wasn't good enough at doing something.
Right.
Some of these people didn't deserve to be, I believe, deserve to be in the positions they were in.
Yes.
And they got their comeuppance.
I think it still comes out in you a little bit.
It does.
I know.
And I'm ashamed of that.
Well,
and I need to work and pray to be better than that.
No.
Because I am ashamed of what I said last night.
Okay, I'm not. Take that away.
Okay.
I know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
I know what you're referring to.
Back then, I would have wanted to do that. Now, no way.
But let me just say what I think. I think that sometimes when we're talking sports and stuff, I think you feel like you were so overlooked and discarded by certain people in the business that there were times, like even last night, you were saying stuff that was like 3-4 deep, and this coach, that coach, and I'm like,
right.
Most people aren't going to get it, but I know where it's coming from,
right?
And I don't give a shit. I just let I just let it go. You're like a top.
Kevin kept like interrupting and going, "Look, squirrel!" And then the whole like, and I lose my train of thought. So I was getting like frustrated.
I think he was trying to bring it back to something. Right, to make it relevant. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
The camera fell down. Okay.
Well, that was me.
I know.
I knocked the fucking... you got to see this thing. I got to tape around it. And but it's going to work. I'm going, fuck it. It works. What does it matter?
It still
works.
works.
The one that's on Danny. Look at that.
Yeah.
It works perfectly.
Works, see? Unfortunately.
So, but all I would say to you is, see, that's the thing. Is I always feel like... Because I've been there. And everybody listening to this has at some point been there. And vengeance is better than anger because it gives you a little
motivation.
Oh, yeah. And you're going to do, and it's a little bit better. And that's climbing the emotional scale. And you can't get to, come on, Dan, be positive. Fuck that.
No.
Nobody can be.
You can't do that.
But you can
It's
get
not
a little,
about positive
but
thinking.
you can get a little bit better.
Right.
You can go a little bit better. And what I would say is,
Michael Jordan had an FU list, and look where it got him.
I understand.
You know? And I'm not saying I have an FU list.
But I think like that just keeps you like angry. And I've been the same way. I've been, fuck it, I'll do it myself. Didn't I even say that?
Oh, many times. Many times on the bingo board.
Yeah. And I think that this is evidence of the same thing. However, I don't feel I'm as angry. Like I could be
as angry as me.
No.
Or as angry as you could be.
as I have been in the past.
Okay.
In the past.
And I feel the same way about myself.
I don't feel like for this whole thing, There are rumors about why I'm here and why I'm not over on a radio station. There's a lot of rumors. People love to talk. They love to think
the first
they
episode
know
was
the answers. They got it all. These people are geniuses. I know the truth. And my thing is,
a lot of them host talk shows.
but all I did was
And drive cabs.
But my thing was, I will put my head down and just go, but it doesn't matter. That's just noise. Those people aren't going to be paying my bills, and they don't give a shit. And you're in today's thought, and you're not. And nobody really thinks about you as much as when we say, well, everybody will think. No, they won't.
No, they won't.
They may look at it for a second. Maybe they'll laugh at you. But believe me, they've got a shit ton of other stuff because we're all selfish, and we're all self-centered.
You're
and we're
really
all
not in other people's minds as much as you think they are.
So
it's your own narcissism that makes you think that they are.
Exactly. So even with this anger, I'm going to show them. Why don't you show you? Why don't you love you and go, you know what? You're worthy of being the best, and you're worthy of being heard, and you're worthy of being, and stop this other stuff. And I only say that because I think that so many people are exactly where I sort of felt like you were last night. I sometimes still go to, and believe me, as a hothead, you've seen me. You have seen me blow the fuck up at people and scream and do all that stuff.
You don't want Maranimal's wrath.
And at the other end of the day, what good does it do?
It doesn't.
None.
It just makes things worse.
Of course it
and
does.
People start walking on eggshells.
Yes.
They don't want to come. You're not approachable.
You want a Jimmy Fallon article written about you? I don't know if look. I can't say one way or the other, but I believe that the less of that article is real than the majority of it. I really do. However, that doesn't mean that there wasn't a moment somewhere that somebody had an uncomfortable moment or was right. It happens.
Right.
But
I think what it is,
you don't want that.
It's like I've let him down. Oh no! And then it just goes through your head and cycles and cycles and cycles.
Exactly.
And before you know it, you're more further removed from that person than you should be, because of your own head.
Right. And that's all. And that was all I was thinking. And I was thinking about it today, even with my kid and stuff like that. And I go, I hope he never feels this way. And I know people have said this. And I thought the only thing you can't control anybody else, no matter what somebody says. And we're all reactive. But when we get up and we're just reactive, that's where we fail as human beings. You can't just be reactive. You've got to get up and realize it's going to come at you and stay where you are.
Right.
Stay where you are and see it for what it is, and realize sometimes what's coming out in somebody else has not a goddamn thing to do with you.
Right. Absolutely. You got to remember.
But it's hard.
Yeah, because your irrational mind actually guides your rational mind. And you have to remember in these moments to stop, think, and switch. Let the rational mind guide the irrational mind. Because the irrational mind's always going to go running.
Right.
Right? You got those two animals fighting in your mind.
But
you got to switch and let the other animal take the lead.
I would tell people, too, daydream. Daydream as big as you can. Think of exactly what you want. Think of everything you want in life. All of it. Think of it.
That's how Mormonism got started.
And don't think of is it? I'd have no idea.
Well, okay, I wanted a lot of wives. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry. He dreamt big.
I want pussy and a lot of it. I think but I would say dream big and don't put the rock and picture yourself in a stream and it's just running. And man, it's leading right to where you want to go. But just don't put rocks in there. Go, well, but that'll never happen to me. Who's to say? Go with the positive thought.
Right.
Doesn't mean shit. How do you think some of these people got there? Ever look at somebody and go, how did they get that? They didn't deserve that. They didn't do that, but yet they're happy. Things just seem to happen for them. They're positive. Even when things go a little, left, they seem to be able to swing it back. Yeah, because it's all up here. It's all in your head, and that's where most of it's lived. And even with these other people and things, whether it's somebody saying something to I can't control that. No matter what we say, there's no assertion. There's none. You can't assert something on somebody else.
No.
You
can't.
You really can't.
You can't.
And as much as it feels like they're keeping me down, nobody's doing shit to you.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, I am the designer of my own destiny.
You got it. You could also
past and future.
You could be the designer of your own beard if you get a little Manscaped, Danny.
Yeah, absolutely.
The beard trimmer, so nice.
Feels
keep
smooth.
you nice. We'll keep you smooth.
If you use it in the shower,
Manscaped. Well, that's what I love. Is the waterproof.
It's got the little light.
And the light, if you're going to go down and do the lawnmower, right? You get the lawnmower down there. You get the beard trimmer. You get the weed whacker. You get the whole package. You can get the whole package.
Whole package, Bill.
And you can get 20% off if
Plus,
you use the code BILL20.
Plus, they're going to send you like 2 bottles of
body wash.
Body wash.
Yeah, body wash. And
they really take care of you. And you get the little like plugs too.
What's the little plug?
Yeah. Like a lot of people just send you the cord.
Yes.
They send you the actual plug.
That's what annoys the shit out of me now. And I love that about Manscaped.
Yeah.
They send you the actual plug. So your USB cord goes into the plug. The plug goes into the
Just
outlet.
great Americans.
That's right. And you get 20% off. Manscaped.com, 20% off with the code BILL20. So there's something very funny, and Kevin actually sent this to me, and I didn't see it, and I have not listened to it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But a bar in Wisconsin where Green Bay happens to be in Wisconsin. And I don't know if this was a Green Bay bar or not, but they were having if the Bills beat the Jets, I think they were buying your drinks.
Okay.
Let's see what this
so
story
people
was.
showed up at the
So
chance.
people were coming out, and then when Aaron Rodgers got hurt 4 plays into the game, you just hear this enormous cheer go up in the bar. And
almost like last night.
yeah, I know. Oh my God.
I looked at Bill and I go, I'm almost embarrassed. This one guy's like, yeah, F you, Rodgers.
Yeah.
Get on that cart and suck it. I'm like, whoa.
There was that. There were, fuck you, go change your tampon.
Guy's wife's sitting right next to him. Yeah, if you go change your tampon.
Change your tampon. What, you got a yeast infection? Oh, boy. I'm like, oh my God. All right, so here, let me see if I can pull this story up, because this was, I started to watch it and it made me laugh.
Personal.
Right,
I mean, I'm not.
Hang on, here we go.
We're just going to keep going.
Another condition is Aaron Rodgers must start the game, but the rules say.
Hang on.
So Aaron Rodgers did start.
We're just going to keep going.
Another condition is Aaron Rodgers must start the game, but the rules say nothing about him having to finish it.
This is when he gets hurt.
There's a loud roar when Rodgers leaves the game hurt in the first quarter.
So he has
the fans say it's nothing personal.
I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to Rodgers, but tonight I'm thinking with my wallet instead.
Still, some say they'll be flying high regardless of the outcome, because after Sunday's game, they're in love.
I think we can work around that, especially after Jordan Love's performance.
All right, so Jordan Love wins. They're all happy. This is in Wisconsin. They're going crazy. And this story, the news is there throughout the game. So they're doing this package throughout the game. So let's continue to listen.
Yesterday, I'm not too down in the dumps after that, so.
Enjoy.
And the mood has changed considerably. That is because the Jets.
Free drinks if the Jets lose. Free drinks if the Jets lose. Aaron Rodgers has to start the game. Free drinks if the Jets lose.
Just won the game on a long touchdown in overtime. You could take a look. This is the reaction from a bar where people are realizing the bar tabs they've been racking up all night, thinking, certainly with Rodgers hurt, the bar was going to be paying that tab. It is setting in. They are going to have to go to the bar and pay that tab. That's where we're at. This offer is going to be in effect for another 12 games this season. As long as the Jets and Packers are not playing at the same time, this Jets lose, you win promotion is in effect. Tonight, Bill and Natalie, the house won.
Well, you roll the dice, you take your chances.
That's right.
I mean, there's always the possibility.
Yeah.
AJ, do these fans kind of deserve it for cheering for a Packers Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl champion and 4-time MVP to get injured?
I don't think that they were cheering for the injury bill as much as they were cheering for their odds of having a free night of booze on the house. They weren't going to have to pay for it. It was a thought, at least when Rodgers got hurt. I have a feeling that come tomorrow morning, a lot of these folks are going to wake up unhappy about the bar tab they had to pay, and unhappy that some of them showed up on video clapping and waving at the screen when a Packers legend got hurt.
And maybe how much they decided to drink when they thought the bar tab was on the house. AJ, thank you very much. A wild ride from start to finish.
I don't mean to laugh at others' misfortune.
This is great.
That misfortune.
That's funny. That's
That is-
very good.
that
How
is
great
funny.
is that? It's a bar in Wisconsin, and Jets lose, you win. So they're doing it for the next 12 games.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, they're willing to do it. But Aaron Rodgers has to start the game.
Yes.
And so he's
guess
out
what?
for the season.
So he's out for
this
the
guy
season.
cashed
That's
in.
it.
And
It's
good for
over.
him. Do you know that last
That's
night,
over.
because of Rodgers, right? A lot of people wanted to get a mulligan with FanDuel and DraftKings and all these, because there's all these gambling sites that you could go online in 44 different states now. And they said, well, look, we should get a mulligan for that.
Right.
And people were writing articles. I'm like, no, it's called gambling for a reason.
Yeah.
It's the NFL. You know what you're getting into. Tough crap. So good for this guy.
Well, I think that one of the things we don't think about is injury is part of the game.
It is.
Unfortunately.
You don't play on paper.
No. Injury's part of the game. And it just shows you, it's hard to win in that league. I mean, that is a tough game. And that was where, Josh Allen, I was even hearing guys for the 10 or 15 minutes that I watched ESPN this morning wake up, and I was going to go to Good Morning Football, and I didn't. They were saying, Josh has got to get down as well. Like, he's just reckless abandonment with his body. And it is this idea that
he almost got killed that final drive.
He's got to just take, he just takes it on himself. But you know what the funny is? Who's the punter for the Bills?
Oh, Martin.
Sam
Martin.
So Sam Martin's out there. Did you see when he's running? Now that play, I know everybody's going, well, it should have been called back. Okay.
No.
But missed calls are missed calls, and
right.
they shouldn't have been in that position to begin with.
So they kick a field goal and beat you that way.
Yeah. But he, when I see the punter just put his hand out like, oh, no, stop.
No, don't touch me.
Yeah. And then I'm like, man, lower the shoulder, wrap up, and try to knock the guy down.
First of all, it's his fault. He punted the ball straight up in the air. Yeah. It was a short punt. Also, Emmanuel Acha, I don't know if you know him. He's from FS1. He's a former player. He goes, look, I sucked. I was on special teams, so I know that this play went bad, and here's why. He goes, we need to have an emergency special teams meeting in the Buffalo Bills locker room. And he broke down why the play
fell apart.
Yeah. And it was like, oh, my gosh, he's right.
But how about the guy that got it for the Jets? Not a great feel-good story. A guy who was basically as close to a walk-on as you can be in the NFL. No?
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, I think his whole story was the one that people followed in Hard Knocks, and now he gets a touchdown and he's a rookie.
Yes.
It's like, all right, for a fan base where the season is not going to be what you thought it was. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, it was a bittersweet moment for the Jets, but I mean, it was much worse for the Jets last night than it was for the Bills.
I think
as much as our pain is only going to be like, okay, now it's on to the Raiders at some point.
Right.
With them, it's like, oh crap, we're stuck with Zach Wilson again.
Exactly. You know what? If you're stuck with a car that you don't like, I suggest getting out to Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You're going to find them on Route 96 in Victor. They have the inventory to get you exactly what you need, and more importantly, what you want. Right now, you can get a 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee. That would be a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
A lot of deals on those. A lot of good rebates.
Sport utility 4xe convertible, 24 months, 10,000 miles per year, just $299 a month with $2,500 cash to trade. First payment, DMV, taxes and fees due at signing. You must be a returning leasee. There's dealer coupons available with while supplies last. I'm also a huge fan of the Dodge Ram Laramie truck.
Beautiful.
Well, it's just...
You named it. You named your truck?
No, it's called the Laramie.
No.
Oh, I did.
You told me last night.
Silver Bullet.
Yeah. Every time you get in there, it starts playing Bob Seger.
I have it set up so it says, welcome, Bill. The truck, it says, welcome, Bill. But these things, they're luxury. They're easy to drive. It doesn't feel like you're driving a truck. I've driven trucks for years, and you don't feel like, sometimes you feel like you're big and they're a little rough. Not these, smooth. They got charging plates. You just drop your phone in, it charges. How many times USB cord? God damn it, I left it in the house. I got to go back. Who's got a cord? Okay, you're asking your kids. It's fantastic.
We're going all the way to Florida in this thing, and you guys left the USB cords in the house.
But the screen is big that you can see, but it's not obnoxious where everything's controlled from the steering wheel. It's luxurious, and it does everything you want a truck to do. You want to put it in four-wheel drive? The greatest thing is you just push a button. It used to be you have to get out, you got to change things, switch your tires around. None of that stuff. You'll find all that and more at Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Keep you and your family safe with a visit. They're on Route 96 in Victor. So something has come out today, and it's an interesting thing. Yeah. In the NFL. Maybe you can shed a little more light on this. I did not do a whole lot of research into it. I did see that Pro Football Talk had tweeted this out. And who is Jim Trotter?
Jim Trotter has been a writer for a long time. He's covered the NFL. He used to cover the Chargers. He worked for The Athletic, and he also covered the NFL for NFL Network. And he asked Roger Goodell a question. I forgot where it was. It might have been Super Bowl week, or it was a public question about a year ago. And he asked him about the lack of diversity in head coaching hires and whatnot. And a few of the owners apparently didn't like that. Now, I don't know if this conversation was in response to Trotter asking this question or whatnot, but Trotter got let go. And a lot of people thought it was because he asked Goodell these questions about diversity and whatnot. And according to a lawsuit filed by Trotter for wrongful dismissal, Let me pull it up. It appears.
Yeah, I have some of it here too, Danny. Tell me if this is the same thing, because I have like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost like somebody, like a lawyer laid this out.
Yes.
And it says,
yeah, this is like a lawyer stationery, basically. In the lawsuit, they have to write the lawsuit out, and they have it all bullet pointed out.
It has already been acknowledged by many in the media that the NFL retaliated against and took vengeance on Mr. Trotter for him having taken the NFL to task on discriminatory practices.
Now, when they say acknowledged, that could be just their opinion. It doesn't mean it's fact. They're acknowledging it. This is our theory. It hasn't been proven.
The NFL's treatment of Mr. Trotter is consistent with a documented history of silencing, retaliating against, and blackballing black men who speak out about such conduct. Mr. Trotter's a black reporter.
Yes, he's black. I should have brought that up.
That's okay. The NFL's modus operandi and part of the fabric of the league. This is the NFL's modus operandi. It's the way their MO there, right? But Mr. Trotter's experience with discrimination and retaliation was not limited to his termination. Throughout his employment, Mr. Trotter witnessed and observed discriminatory and or hostile conduct by his employees, including by NFL team owners, that went entirely unchecked as a matter of standard operating procedure. And here we go. Number 5.
Paragraph 5.
As one such example, Terry Pegula, owner of the Buffalo Bills, stated in reference to players' protest against racial injustice that if the black players don't like it here, they should go back to Africa and see how bad it is. Mr. Trotter raised complaints and concerns about this remark, but no remedial action was taken. And then paragraph 6. As another example, Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, responded to a question posed by Mr. Trotter regarding the dearth of black professionals in decision-making positions for NFL teams by stating if blacks feel some kind of way, they should buy their own team and hire who they want to hire. Mr. Trotter raised complaints and concerns about this remark, but no remedial action was taken. So what do you do in a situation like this? What do we think? Because could this be trouble?
Yeah, could be trouble.
Yeah, sure, it could.
Could be pretty
it could. We're in 2023. People are sick of this shit.
Yeah.
And when we've heard Black Lives Matter, and where you stand on that almost doesn't matter, because until you've lived a certain way, you kind of can't experience the discrimination. And we can say, well, yeah, it's not like we got different water fountains and we're sending you to different schools anymore. Come on, man.
Separate but equal.
Yeah, I mean, but
set America back by 100 years.
But all I mean is there's still stuff that's exclusionary and tougher to get in, and the boys club and all that. Okay. So I talked to someone who is black today, and I said, are you aware of this? And they said, yeah. And I said, I am curious, would you comment on it on the podcast? And we talked for a while, and the person was very, very open with me, but just wasn't comfortable, I think, saying. And I go, I totally get it. I get it. You don't want to say, but they brought up an interesting point. Their answer to me was, people speak in emotions, emotionally. Yeah. People speak, frustration. If they don't like it, go back to Africa. See, like, that's a frustrated person who's frustrated with something. And probably wouldn't say that, but now that we live in a world where things get out quickly, or at some point are more likely to get out, especially if they're a hot potato like that, so the person said, take it with that. And I don't think Terry Pegula is racist. I mean, his wife is not the majority, as they said. Mm-hmm. So I went, okay.
Not to mention, she's a co-owner.
Yes.
You don't have any other women owners in the NFL. Now, I know she's not in the best
I understand.
health, but she was a co-owner.
Right. So I don't know what you think. It's terrible. We can't say that. We can't say, well, if you don't like it, go. I mean, because I said to the person, I go, if I bitch about something, they're not going, go back to Ireland, see how good it is over there, fucker. Because if I did a I don't know what, 23andMe, my mom did it. Mm-hmm. You know what my mom is? 99% Irish from a 23andMe or whatever it was. 99% Irish and 1% Northern European. That's the fucking Vikings that came over.
Right.
They took over. And why do you think we fight so much and drink so much? It's the fucking Vikings.
100 generations ago.
Thousands.
Eric the Red knocked up your great-grandmother.
Probably.
And here you are.
Where do you think the redheads come from?
Yeah.
You know, so all I can say is, but that isn't said to me. So I don't know. I don't know where this goes. It is. You're going to go back to a couple of terms. I think we'll hear the establishment, white old men, the boys club, I don't know. I don't even know what you say. I don't even know. Like if I'm a lawyer and that shit said, or if that's said, I just kind of throw up my hands and go, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know.
I'm gonna read another comment that came out today.
Good.
And you tell me what you think of this. So you want to look at the source. Say what you want about Jerry Sullivan, but Jerry Sullivan has been a hell of a reporter.
I like Jerry Sullivan
for 50 years.
I'm a fan. I know.
I'm a fan of Jerry Sullivan too. And I think he got a raw deal. It was an emotional moment.
Well, see, this is okay.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what the person I spoke to said.
Right.
It's an emotional. People say things. I go, God, that is.
Like I said some stuff that I don't really mean.
Oh, buddy, did you ever? I almost edited it out, but I didn't. I feel bad.
You know what? I own it.
Well.
I would never do that.
I know you would.
And I don't mean that. No. If the guy wants to sit down and talk, not that he won't.
Don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll knock somebody's teeth out because I'm sitting there going.
Well, I'm imagining this boss that you described kicking somebody's bag down the hall. That's humiliating.
Of course it is.
That would take his pretty face into the wall, and I mean that. And you don't have to edit that out. No. That's bullshit.
I understand.
That's bullshit.
I think that probably wouldn't happen today, but that was literally 20.
That's an act of power. Ago. Like, you can't do anything to me. Watch this.
It was. And it was also, I think it was done. I think the people had I think the person that was done to had a relationship outside of work that was lifelong. And I think it was
almost more like brothers.
Yeah, and I think it was also done. Yes.
Okay, that changes it a little.
Well, it does. It does, and it doesn't. It does, and it doesn't. And I think it turns it into I'm going to use you as an example to scare everybody else. Mm-hmm. I know of a place. This is. I just thought of this now.
I know of a place where I could go and get my ass kicked.
Yeah, where they would hire a bunch of new people, and they would get one person was a plant. And they would just fucking blow up and fire the person to scare the shit out of everybody else.
Locally?
No.
Okay.
No. New York City law firm.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yep. I have a buddy who went.
Wow.
I went to Fisher with and went on to law school.
Can I get one of those jobs like that? Hey, all you're going to do is pretend to be a lawyer.
You're going to be there, and you're going to do something like they're going to give you something to do, and you didn't do it. And so they're going to come in and go, where is it? Or it looks like you palmed it off to somebody else and they want you to do it. And, this and that. And this would be like the third strike. And they just fucking melt down on you. And like the whole play. I mean, it's just, that awkward silence where everybody's like afraid to breathe.
Yeah.
And you all of a sudden you hear like somebody's phone go off. And you go, oh my God, please shut your fucking phone off.
Yeah.
Like, because They do that. Like
and
everybody's
sphincters. Like Mambo number 5.
Your sphincter's the size of a dime.
The phone's going off.
Yes. So, yeah.
Okay. It changes things a little bit.
So, I think in the situation of that, but I even
if he had done that to me, I'm just thinking if that was me, Billy.
I know, but
that's where my heart and my head went to.
Yes, I know.
So,
go on.
But, so Jerry Sullivan, back to Jerry Sullivan. Quote, he tweeted this out about an hour ago. I recall Pegula making a joke about Byron Brown and Ted Black. Now, Byron Brown was and still is the reigning mayor of the city of Buffalo. And if you notice anything in Buffalo the last 12 years, that city's done a complete 180. They used to have a control board. That city used to have a control board running the show. I mean, they were spending money like Erie County was a mess. The city of Buffalo was a mess. Byron Brown came in, and the whole city's undergone a renaissance. It's gorgeous. That was before even the Pegulas got into the act. Ted Black used to be the president of the Sabres. So their last name is Byron Brown, the African-American gentleman.
Yeah.
His last name is Brown.
I think Byron
Ted
Brown
Black is
was
the white.
was mayor, lost
He lost the primary.
So he wasn't even on the ballot,
and then everybody wrote him in.
Yeah,
he was a write-in winner.
He was the incumbent because they didn't even win the primary.
Because India Walton was like a communist, and they didn't want, or a socialist. They didn't want a socialist running the city of Buffalo.
But here's the problem: we don't pay attention to the primaries, and they fucking knew it.
Yeah, you have to.
Right.
So Ted Black is white, Byron Brown is black. I recall Pegula making a joke about Byron Brown and Ted Black, suggesting that Brown was blacker at a public event in Buffalo a while back. Jerry says, I was accused by Sabres PR of calling Terry a racist. All I did was report the comment and say that he shouldn't be allowed to speak publicly. By the way, that is not the first
so
time.
He said it as a joke out in public?
Yeah.
He goes,
Brown is blacker. Like, it's kind of a joke, right? You could see like a guy Terry Pegula's age saying something like that. Right? Hey,
you know.
Okay,
see, it's like, this is the kind
that's that generation.
But that's the shit I fucking love. You want to know why? Because I don't think in his heart he meant anything by it.
Of course
not. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm not in that skin. I can't say it. But I don't see anything in there that was marginalizing anybody. Like he can't be discriminatory or discriminatory or keeping you out of. So to me. But we are pointing out a difference, and I know in my head I'm going, I would never say that, but I fucking loved it. You did, you dummy.
So Jerry Sullivan is saying, he's telling the Sabres, hey, look, Terry shouldn't speak in public. And by the way, the Sabres for years have taken that stance that only let Terry speak when it's absolutely necessary. You and I and Tommy once interviewed him, and it was one of the worst interviews ever. Not because it was bad content, but because he didn't know how to answer questions.
I don't remember.
He wasn't very loquacious.
Did he sit down with us?
No. He was on the phone. It was after he bought the Sabres, not the Bills. He bought the Sabres, and we talked with him. And because we were the Sabre station at the time, and Tommy goes, Brown, that was freaking terrible. Because Tommy's going to say it like it is. And this guy the guy just bought a franchise and saved it from relocation. All you got to say is, bro, it's terrible. Bro, it's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
He just can't talk.
Yeah.
And people have tried to hide Terry. They let Kim be the front person.
Yes.
Well, now that's not an option anymore. And so a lot of this stuff is now coming out, even though that was all before Kim got sick.
If you want to be a great CEO, hire people who are great at certain things. Find the people that are better than you, and try to check your ego a little bit, and it should all work out. I'll tell you what.
I mean, Terry sounds like a guy who would be on like Baston's show, like that one guy, the judge who's like, how much do you think I can bench press? How much you want to take a guess? Remind me not to go on a date with what's her name over there. I mean, like that's what he sounds like.
I think that the future owner, or maybe the future coach, because he called it, Greg Connors, could someday. He would be eloquent speaking out there. He wouldn't do things.
He'd be fantastic.
Yeah, he really would be.
He would be.
But I'll tell you what, he's fantastic because he's a great lawyer. And at Connors and Ferris, they only handle workers' comp, Social Security, disability, and personal injury, all of which can take over your life, right? You start worrying, what's going to happen? What am I going to do? Those are things you can't control. But you can control who's handling it for you, right? That's Connors and Ferris. Yeah. Get the team that's going to be by you. Get the response that you need. Get the experience you want. Get the personalized legal representation. That's what you get when you hire Connors.
Don't throw your own punches. Let Greg do it.
Well, exactly. You want somebody who actually understands and knows what they're doing. So all of that worry, all that stress goes out the door, and you've got somebody who has a great head on their shoulders, understands the law inside and out, and is going to be there for you. They're committed to serving you better. That's Connors and Ferris. And they're only a quick call away, 262-COMP. Very easy to remember, 262-COMP. Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. I didn't know that about Terry Pegula.
I did. By the way, this story that's come out, that Jim Trotter, this lawsuit, like Matthew Fairburn reported about this years ago.
Yeah, we just don't pay attention. We don't care.
Right. And he also, I think he made a point. Actually, no, I won't say that because I don't know the full nomenclature of the discussion. But like, this isn't the first time that Terry Pegula, people have said this about him. I don't think the guy is racist. I don't know him.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't believe that either. But I do think that there are certain things that we probably shouldn't be saying anymore.
Yeah, right? Especially when you're in a position of power.
Exactly. Because it does put off the idea of you're pointing something out that's different. Why? When we should be all inclusive.
Right.
We should all be inclusive.
I mean, not like Dan Snyder's out in Washington.
Yes.
The guy from Carolina was out. Jerry Richardson was out several years ago. So now it's like, okay, who's next? I mean, it's a scary thought. And if you're a Bills fan, you got that stadium going up, right?
Yeah.
And gosh,
you start to worry.
And the franchise is now probably worth twice as much as what Terry paid for. He'd be like, the hell with this. Go ahead, take it. I'll sell it to you. I don't need to deal with this. And why should he? That's a scary thought if you're a Bills fan.
Yeah, I don't know that'll happen.
I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think that'll happen. I think that's down.
They have diversified.
Why do you got to go there? Why
That's
do you
my job to go there.
No, your worst case scenario, Dan. Why do we got to do that?
Always with the scenarios, you. You're like my mother.
Your worst case scenario, Dan. Down the line.
No, don't say that. Yeah,
but you know what? A lot of people. Well,
that nobody wanted to hire me for all those years ago.
You are.
I'm just being funny.
Now, hang on.
I'm just having fun with you.
Hang on. You are angry about that shit.
Does it piss me off?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Still.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Michael Jordan's still pissed off he didn't make his varsity basketball team. By the way, as a 10th grader.
Are you sitting? Are you sitting?
My life is so much better now than it was had I stuck in radio. That God was so looking out for me at that time that I didn't have the vision to see it.
Okay. Well, nobody does.
Yeah, you don't.
Nobody does.
But if God had told you, here's what you're going to go through, you wouldn't have wanted to go through it. That's why he reveals himself one step at a time. I know you're not into that. I'm just saying.
But hang on. We'll have a similar coin, and I am not mocking you. And I don't ever want you to leave this room.
Oh, no, never.
Any space you and I share.
Can't speak for other people who have been in this room, but yeah.
Wherever we share, I don't want you walking away going, oh, all he does is mock me because I'm crazy. No. But I am believing that the idea of sacrifice and suffering is complete and utter poppycock, as our friend John Parinello used to say.
God bless him.
Right? And I say that because, yes.
We should have T-shirts made up.
Everything started right. If you got everything all at once, you couldn't handle it. So that's part of the journey. But you should try to make it as pleasant as possible instead of this. Oh, it's downtrodden, and I got to suffer, and I got to sacrifice for the Lord, and I got to. No.
I don't look at it that way.
I know, but yeah. You're saying like go through it. Yeah, I guess, but can you go through it in a better way? Look, man, you know, and I know, like with me and you. I think the way things go and the way you handle them determines the outcome.
Yeah.
Completely. Mm-hmm. And you can have something that would be, I don't believe things come out of the blue, but I'll say they come out of the oblivion. I never saw it coming. I was oblivious, right, to whatever it was or whatever it would be. But I think that how you handle that is determinative of how it goes. Right, so if you keep thinking like, oh, all this bad shit happens to me, I can never lose weight, I can't. You won't.
Oh, to me,
you won't.
Right,
but you won't.
You don't want to be
and I'm just saying that's the rocks in the stream. So how do you get the rocks out of the stream? Well, you got to start thinking like, yeah, but you know what? Feeling better. I'm eating better.
Yep.
I actually feel better. I'm mudslides out my butt, so I'm losing weight.
But immediately, that's how I looked at it,
you know
too.
What I'm saying?
Like, this could be a blessing, man.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
You're not getting on a scale. Okay, well, at least I'm not heavier.
You know who's pretty interesting in the Christian faith?
Joel Osteen?
Dion.
Oh, Dion is, Dion. Absolutely.
Like when
he really is.
Yeah, but talk about positivity.
Yeah.
Talk about all the shit. He says basically the same thing I've said, tune those people out. What other people's opinion is doesn't matter. He'll go, I don't care what they say. The Lord has rained on me. I know right. And don't you almost listen to that and you feel better yourself?
Oh yeah.
Even if you're not a believer, you feel better.
You're high stepping down East Avenue.
Fucking thing,
right.
man. That's
prime
it right
time,
there.
Prime time.
Yeah.
Prime time. Yeah, I mean, Dion, he's spectacular. He's fascinating when it comes to that stuff.
Right.
Always think about when you're in a rut. What am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Or like, can you say, go for the happier thought.
But that's it. What am I grateful for? Right?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I haven't put on any more weight.
No. but here's the thing. I didn't have to turn the sun on this morning.
No.
I didn't get out and pull that top so the earth spins a little fast. I didn't pull that cord real quick so we make sure we're still spinning. I didn't have any of that. So all this shit's going on that's out of my control, and I just expect to be there. I didn't have to create the oxygen. I don't have to breathe less today because there isn't enough oxygen. It's just there.
Yep.
Okay. So those are all great things. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's move.
That's the thing.
Move forward.
Move forward and get to Red, White, and Brew, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice date spot.
Yeah, well, my wife and I, a couple anniversaries are coming up. I might take her there.
What anniversary?
When we started dating and when we got engaged. They're 2 days apart. So, yeah. So, Danny's going to be spending some money this weekend. Why? Why do you laugh about that?
Wait, do you know?
I don't mock you, Dan.
No, I don't mock your faith.
Oh, okay.
I mock the shit out of you.
That's true.
I do mock the shit out of you, but I will not mock your faith.
You can mock my faith.
I won't.
I'm okay with it.
I'm not going to mock it.
As long as you speak facts, you can mock whatever you want.
I will come at you with what I see.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have a discussion, but I'm not going to mock it.
No, you can mock it.
The
truth is the truth.
Look, man, that's a very nice thing that you remember those anniversaries. Because
September 15th to September 17th.
Does she remember that the 15th was the first date?
No, it wasn't the first day. Our first date was June 1st. She actually she has it on a. So she made a little heart with all our.
What's the 15th?
The 15th was the day that we started officially dating.
Officially dating?
Yeah, officially dating.
What does that mean?
We courted from June till September.
I don't even know.
There were some
what
other people
courted
that she
is.
was like interested in too.
Okay,
but then she settled on.
Can
me.
I ask a personal question?
Go on, Billy.
Am I allowed to ask personal questions?
Yes, you can.
You know where I'm going to ask.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
Well, was there banging during the courting period?
I will not discuss that.
Oh, come on. Were you on the hardwood? Court.
I wish to assert.
And from the 3-point line, it's Dan. Nothing but pussy.
I wish to assert my Fifth Amendment privilege, Mr. Murray.
All right.
But in all seriousness, like we started dating officially on September 15th.
So what is official? Like, I'm exclusive to.
It's just you and me, baby.
Okay.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
Just you and me. Well, when I started dating her, she was the only one I was dating. When she started dating me, she was seeing some other people, which, by the way, it's called dating for a reason, And then she grew more and more interested in me, and then we started dating.
Okay, so I got to go back now. But let me pause that for just a second. Let me finish this red, white, and brew.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
if you're courting and you really want to close the deal,
red, white, and brew.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a tap and tasting room that does all the flavors of New York State. So the wines that you love from the Finger Lakes, you can get there in a flight. The beers that you love from around the state, you can get there in a flight. Same thing with the spirits. You can do the same thing. Get a nice charcuterie board. There's no TVs. So you're talking. There's music. There's actually board games you can play and stuff. It's just a cool place. And I think that if you took someone there, because think about, like, let's say you are dating and someone's dating a bunch of different people. That's a memorable date spot. You want to close the deal, you go to 147 State Street, downtown Rochester, to Red, White, and Brew.
Always be closing.
Say hi to my friend Omar over there, and you can find out more at Red, White, and Brew Rock. That's ROC, redwhiteandbrewrock.com. All right, so back to this courting and dating thing.
Beep, beep. Go on.
What do you mean back up?
Well, that's how you back up.
I'm just curious. Yeah. I'm curious. Because so she was dating other people, and you were aware of that. She was up front. She said, "Yeah, I'm seeing."
Oh yeah. It wasn't like we were just like she was like dating. It's just you're dating, right? You're not exclusive to anybody. You're just seeing. Okay, I'm going to go out with this guy, and then next week maybe I'll go out with this person and see where things go. And we started dating more and more, and then at the end of summer, she was like, "Okay, I think you're the guy." I'm like, "Great,
summer loving." Okay,
had me. Yeah.
So when she's dating other people. Have you ever called her, like, did you, let me just lay this out. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. You're thinking about, I got this weekend. I wonder if Beth's free on Friday night. Love to go. I got some tickets. This will be awesome. Call her up, and she says, "Oh, I've got plans."
Did that happen?
No, I'm asking if that happened. Okay. If it did. I don't know if it did or didn't. If it did, does your mind go, I wonder who she's with. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder where they went. I wanted to go here. Is there jealousy that comes out? I'm just curious. Because I guess
curiosity.
I guess I never.
Yeah, there was curiosity. Oh, yeah. Like, what's going on?
I guess I never dated or I just never cared. It could be both. It could be more the
when I really like grew to like her and figured out that I liked her. I got really curious about, okay, like what's going on here?
Yeah. Inside the mind of a guy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you really started to like her, did you say? So
she knew I liked her.
Okay. Did you say things like, not I love you. Did you say, hey, I think I'm falling for you?
No.
I could. Oh, bullshit. It's Dan. I know you. I know you.
That was a different Dan.
No. I think you turned into a big pile of fucking mushy Jello with melting Cool Whip on top.
Yeah, I might have, yeah.
All right.
I might have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most guys, yeah.
We're in the circle of trust, right, Billy?
No, but I mean, like, were you angling to?
Angling to what? Angling to what?
Spend the night?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I was a big rock star, Billy. I'm playing in bands. Yeah. This is before COVID, man.
Yeah.
The world was awesome.
Yeah.
Before Bill Gates decided to kill us all.
I read a thing I follow something on, I don't even know when I followed it, but I'll admit to this. It's Success Addicts or Addict. I think it's Success Addicts. Might be on Instagram. And then they just put out a bunch of memes. But one day with these slides, and I just went through real quick, and one of them said, my mom always told me, and I don't know who this quote was attributed to, but my mom always told me, if you're in love with two people, go with the second one, because you wouldn't have fallen in love with them if you were really in love with the first one.
That's a great point.
You know? And so I think for anybody who's dating, you may have feelings. You may genuinely have feelings for people, but if there's one that you just kind of can't shake, or maybe you do fall in love. Some people just fall in love easily. Maybe some people aren't really sure what love is.
Sometimes it's loneliness.
Yeah, sometimes it's lust. Some people confuse sex and love.
I think a lot of times, like with the older generation, like if they're widowed, right, or they jump on the first train that comes because they're so accustomed to being with somebody, and oftentimes that leads to a quick marriage and divorce. I mean, I know several older people that's happened.
Really?
Where like, oh yeah, and all of a sudden, like, well, because they just couldn't live without somebody, and that's what happened.
I'll tell you, like, I think the getting to know you period with somebody is important, right? And really get to know somebody. I mean, see all phases of this moon, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know, when it's in its blue moon phase,
right.
I don't want to fucking know what's coming, what's around the corner, and sometimes you don't. You're in too deep.
I know what that's like too.
Yeah, no, I do.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody does. I'm not. That's not it. But I think that's nice. So you remember when you officially started dating? Does she remember that day?
Oh yeah, she has a whole, like, she made a heart with all like the important dates on it.
Okay.
And then I, also remember the date that we started dating, which she has on, and then the day we got engaged.
Yeah.
And I did it right over here. Actually, no, it was in Pittsford by the canal.
I don't think I remember any of that stuff.
No,
I don't think I ever did. I don't, I think is an insensitive thing. Probably. I don't know. I don't know if it's a male thing or it's just like, yeah. I don't think of my,
it depends on like the personality you have. I don't think there's like a right or a wrong way to like look at it.
Well, you're a giant softie.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, that's all right.
See, I'm not just like punching people. I'm paying too.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite.
What'd I say?
Yeah, don't make me, man. I'll do it.
And that guy you wanted to too, though, didn't you?
No. I didn't care.
You wanted to slap him, though.
Nah, I just thought he was just
because he's more slappable.
I just thought he was a waste of time.
Yeah,
you know me.
Oh yeah.
Waste of time.
Yeah.
Right. What I used to say all the time. I hate wasting my time.
I hate burning calories on people. That was your big Billy, ladies and gentlemen. Billy would have these phrases of the month, right? Like 1 month, January of 2012. Okay, systems. We need systems. We're going to have systems in place for this show.
I did say that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Then one time I was like, I'm not burning calories on this guy upstairs. Like Grandpa Munster on the third floor, or, oh, gosh, there was another one. Like he had some, take the GD power back and stick it up their ass. Yeah. I mean, that's the phrase of the month, Tommy. Yeah, bro. Get your bingo card out.
I didn't even know that this was going on.
Oh, yeah. I don't think Tommy realized it. I go, there he goes again. But you'd have like this year I'm reading biographies. I'm already like halfway through Steve Jobs's. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not joking. Bill Moran would come dressed like he is right now every single day for work for like a month, wearing a black. It was like January. You wear a black, like not a sweatshirt, but like a long sleeve shirt and jeans. Same outfit every day because you didn't want to have to think, and you bring it up in the show. You know why Steve Jobs dressed like that? Because you don't want to have to think about what he had to wear every morning. And Tom's like, is that why you've dressed in the same outfit like a cartoon character for the last 12 days?
Well, I still do it now.
Yeah, I know.
I'm lazy. I
just pick my outfits out the day before.
Well, I did do that. And I actually like dressing up. Like if I would wear suits and things, I like that. I'm not going to wear a suit here.
Yeah.
But I would do that.
Did you wear suits like at your last job?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But I would wear them if I emceed something, or I don't mind dressing up at all, or trying to I would wear collared shirts and stuff. But I also love, like, I buy T-shirts from classic tees or whatever.
True Classic.
True Classics. Yeah.
Do you get the text messages from them like twice a day?
Yeah. So I don't.
It's always when I'm on they know when I'm on the crapper too.
No, I think
because I'm like, oh man, I'm stuck here.
I don't think I think I opted out for the texts.
Okay.
You can opt out.
Oh man. Okay. Well, let's see what they got.
I opted out.
And then 45 minutes later, I'm still sitting there. I'm like, okay, I might buy this package.
But you can buy like the black T-shirt package.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I better not because
12 T-shirts for $99.99.
Yeah, and they're wonderful, comfortable.
Yeah,
but they're T-shirts and they look like a T-shirt. They're not like anything spectacular, but I like them. They're softer.
They're fit properly.
Yeah,
they're not like
properly.
a generic.
I could probably go. I have extra large. I could probably go large, but I didn't want to look like that guy. Because I'm 52 years old.
Yeah,
now.
I've actually grown into that guy now.
Yeah, so I don't want to be that guy. So
30 pounds.
I just decided that, but I love the shirts, so I just throw them on. I wash them. I do laundry. I'm by myself. I do laundry. I know people have commented, do you ever change your clothes, man? Because you're wearing the same thing all the time. Today I'm wearing a hat because I wasn't feeling good and I almost didn't do the podcast. But now I'm glad I did, Danny.
Yeah, it's a good podcast.
Glad I did, yes. It was a very good podcast. One thing I want to remind people, if you are going through any kind of family law issue, Circu is the place you want to go. Steve Circu and his wife, Marilee. Marilee handles all the family law stuff, and they're fantastic. And I think they're going to be moving their offices soon.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
Down by the river?
No.
No. Well, no, I didn't mean that in a bad way. Like a lot of people, like law offices have law offices by the Genesee River.
No, they're going to be
in the city.
They're not going far from where they are now. They'll remain in Pittsford. Mm-hmm. But look, a lot of times if you have a divorce, child custody, or any other family law matter, you're going to want someone who cares, right? Understands, is going to guide you through this. Those are emotional times. They're emotional times. And you don't, a lot of times, look, we've talked about it tonight. Terry Pegula. Could it have been an emotional, what he said and what you're going to read online and maybe in articles and things, was it said out of emotion? Doesn't make it right, but even for yourself, you can make things worse when you act from emotion. And that's a lot of times what we have. What do they call them? Trigger words, hot buttons. Somebody's pushing your hot buttons.
Yeah.
Who knows your hot button better than the person that you shared a bed with, probably, right? Yeah. Okay. So if you find yourself in something that you can't resolve, well, Circu can help you get through that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Great people.
Give them a call at 585-385-2510. And if you are uncomfortable doing that, you want it to be really quiet, you can do it in complete confidence through their website. It's circulaw.com. They have a contact page there, and it is completely confidential. Circu and Circu, helping your family get back to what matters most. All right, Danny.
Yeah.
It has been it's been fun. A little different tonight.
A little bit, but that's cool.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to switch it up a little bit.
We do.
Somebody said I should change this to my way because we're doing it our way.
We are.
Frank.
But it's such a long song and it's so slow.
So I figure maybe we'll keep closing with this, but once in a while, I might throw in a little my way. For Dan Barillo, he's going to take it seriously and he's going to remember the dates. I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.